Thanks for coming back for another video chat, Nancy. Today we're going to talk about the fear of being alone. Explain a bit how that sense of isolation can be a trigger for this fear right now.
Hi, Carolyn. Thanks for talking to me again today. Isolation, the fear of being alone, is a major trigger for most people. Right now, we're in about the third to fifth week of being in quarantine. By the time you hit the third week, the novelty of being at home is worn off. And what's happening to people, regardless if they live alone or if they live with others, they're starting to feel disconnected. We are social animals. We're meant to be connected. We have different degrees of connectedness and socialization with others that we desire, but we are social animals and we want that connectedness. The problem is, for people who have struggled before the COVID-19 epidemic of feeling alone, being in quarantine can exacerbate their anxiety.
Maybe I should back up a step and have you explain what you mean by trigger.
For people who've had a fear of being alone, before the pandemic, being alone can heighten their anxiety. When somebody is triggered, what that means is that the current event is stirring up fears from their past. It's a past issue that they have dealt with that is not resolved. And when it gets stirred up, we become triggered. Most of us want someone who has our back. Someone who's going to take care of us if we need to. Somebody who is just going to be there for us. And if during this pandemic you are feeling like you are isolated and alone, there's several things you can do about it.
I thought you might have some good suggestions for us.
Well, the first thing is I'm going to go back to the previous video where we talked about the breathing. The first thing is trying just to relax yourself. So again, I want you to just kind of get in a relaxed position. And we're going to do an exercise based on a children's book by Patrice Karst. It's called The Invisible String. And what we do with the invisible string, how I've modified it, is that I want you to get in a relaxed position. Your arms are uncrossed, your legs are uncrossed. You begin breathing in through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And again, you're going to do the abdominal breathing that we talked about in the first video. So breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And as you become more and more relaxed, I want you to think of the people in your life, past and present, that you have felt connected to. It can be a parent, it could be a best friend, it could be a child, a spouse, an old boyfriend. It can even be a clerk at a store that you had developed a relationship with. Okay? So I want you to think of these people. And as you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to imagine a string, and it's an invisible string that connects from your heart to theirs. And do that for each of the people you imagined. And just let yourself kind of sit as those strings connect and feel the warmth of those people's presence. I would suggest you do this exercise on a regular basis if you're struggling with feeling alone. In addition, what I recommend is that you connect with at least 3 people a day. If you're not leaving your house, do it via social media, via a phone call, some way connect with 3 people a day.
I'm looking forward to doing this exercise. What do you have for us next time?
In the next video, what we're going to cover is feelings of vulnerability.
Thanks, Nancy. See you next time.
Thanks, Carolyn.